Hey everyone, Harry Arnett. Welcome to another edition of Callaway Talks. And today is an awesome day because I finally got our head of instruction and fitting, Mr. Randy Peterson, on the couch.
Love to be here.
To talk about important stuff. And a lot of people are going to think, oh, Randy's there to talk about how you're going to turn me into the best golfer in the company. But no, we're not going to talk about that today.
Right.
We're going to talk about something probably a little more important to the company. And that's the launching of our new X-Hot 3 Deep fairway wood.
Right.
Which you actually have had a major part in developing this. It's kind of biblical because it's X-Hot begat the X-Hot Pro.
Yes.
Which begat the 3 Deep.
Exactly.
So how did this come about?
Well, initially the X-Hot came about because Phil came to us and said, hey, I need a fairway wood that I can hit off the tee with a little more distance, a little more workable, and a little more versatile, but I also need to be able to hit it off the ground. I need to be able to hit it into par fives. I need to be able to hit it if I'm laying up on a par five. So as you know, a fairway wood, a 3-wood's like the hardest club to fit for a tour pro because it's the most versatile club they have. It's the club they used for the most purposes. So what we did with
it's pretty personal too because you could talk to 10 guys and 10 guys want different things.
They want different sizes, they want different shapes, they want different flights. So it's not easy club to design. With the X-Hot Pro, it has our three main technologies, the the turtle wave, the warbird sole, the speed frame face. We lowered the CG on that. We have great ball speeds on that. And it works great for people who impact low on the face. It's great off the tee, it's great off the fairway. Phil impacts a little bit higher on the face. So what we did, just made a second iteration, the 3 Deep. We raised the face a little bit. So the face height's about 10% higher than the X-Hot Pro. And what that did was bring the CG up a little bit. So it's more, the CG of the head's more in line with where Phil hits the ball, which increases his ball speed, and also the big thing is increases his spin robustness. So robustness essentially is defined as the variance between high and low spin. So the narrower that is, the more robust the club is, and that's a good thing. So Phil, with this driver...
And you would see that on just slight mishits or...
Yeah, so with the standard X-Hot Pro, because the CG is lower, if Phil hit a little high on the head, he'd get a little too low a spin. So he'd get a little fall off in ball speed.
Which is probably where his miss is, as you said.
Where his miss is. But a lot of guys, they hit it low on the head. It works perfect for them. So that's why we have iterations.
Yeah.
So again, we raised the CG a little bit by making the face depth a little greater, and it's worked. It's worked better than I dreamed it could. It's the best club. I got a call from Bones last Thursday, which doesn't happen that often.
You see Bones come in, you know.
Well, he's just quiet.
Yeah.
He's just quiet. But they had played Monday and Tuesday at Augusta, and then went over to Doral. And he called me Thursday after the first round at Doral. He said, "RP, I got to tell you," and he's not one for hyperbole.
Yeah.
He said, "This is the most meaningful club Phil has ever put in his bag in my 20 years of caddying."
Is that right?
Yeah. He was so ecstatic. And Phil echoes the same thing. But Phil's, he's amped up and hyped, and he's like you. He's ready to go all the time. Bones is more even keel. So when Bones gets hyped up, it's for real.
Yeah.
Because he's going to wait and measure it and make sure it's right.
What you just said is it's not for real when I'm amped up and when Phil's amped up?
No.
That's what I heard.
No,
that's
not. You know what I mean.
Okay.
So anyways, Bones said, it's literally so meaningful, it's going to change the way they strategize and play golf courses. And the reason is, with the 3-wood now, with the 3 Deep, he can hit it off the tee, he can draw it, he can fade it, he can hit it high, he can hit it low. He doesn't sacrifice a lot of distance. So it's going to be his go-to club to hit in the fairway, like you saw at Doral. The 18th hole at Doral, wind's coming into him a little bit from the left. He hits the 3 Deep, kind of at the lake, perfect shot.
Yeah.
Where the driver may go a little more right.
Well, we know about Phil and his drivers, so, anything that he feels 100% comfortable with to hit it far off the tee, that's a good thing.
And he does, and it's easier to shape, and that's the big thing. So he can draw it, fade it, high, low, like I was saying. He doesn't give up much in distance because the deeper face, higher ball speed. So he's only given up a little bit relative to his driver in distance, but he can control it much better. What that's going to allow us to do, and allow him to do, is start to mess around with his driver now, where we try and get more incremental distance in his driver. So 46-inch shaft, maybe different weight configuration, different loft configuration. So his driver will actually be just a bomber club. The driver's going to be, I want to hit it 10, 12 yards farther than he does now, because he doesn't need the versatility or workability in his driver anymore. He's got it in the fairway wood.
Well, we've heard that a lot, Randy, actually, just, since launching the X-Hot, which immediately became the longest 3-wood in the
Yeah,
marketplace.
it's phenomenal.
The people are starting to think, well, this is going to change my set makeup, or at least my philosophy, at least from what I do off the tee. And Phil's doing that too, huh?
And it does, and the spin robustness with it, if he needs to hit it, I mean, honestly, he doesn't have a lot of 3-woods into par 5s because he drives it so far.
Yeah, right.
But he can hit a 3-wood into a par 5 with some spin because of the spin robustness of the club.
Well, we saw it at Doral. He hit his tee shot a little left. He's on a hole. And lie wasn't even that great. They were going back between 5-wood, 3-wood, 5-wood, 3-wood, and that was awesome for us because then he's like, "Give me the 3-wood."
Yeah.
I think it was like 280 middle, hit it over the green.
He loves it. I mean, he might start putting with it.
Yeah.
He wants to use it all the time. So the thing is, look for him in Augusta. What this is going to allow us to do is have some fun now with the driver and just bomb it. So look for him in Augusta to start adding some touches to his driver for that.
All right, so we're going to double down on Phil with our office pool.
Yeah,
Augusta. That's what I'm hearing.
Right, yeah, and it's great for a lot of players. So again, we're going to send this out to Nicholas Coltsart. So I'm getting calls from tour players on other staffs.
Oh, really?
That are saying, yeah, I mean, I heard about this thing. I know it's for real. When can I get it? So because it's the deeper face, it's just for people who contact a little bit higher on the face or looking for a little different flight. It's awesome. And then this is just as good, but it works better for people with a shallower impact who hit a little bit lower on the face because the CG of the head is more in line with the ball there. They get great ball speed out of that. So we have it surrounded now. We got 2 phenomenal offerings in the fairway wood line and the X-Hot that are just as far as they can go and great versatility, great workability.
Bombs away.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Last question before I leave you.
Yeah.
Phil comes to you, wants a golf club made. We work on it, get it made. Whenever I come to you guys and say I need something, I don't. What? Come on, man.
It's priorities.
All right.
It's your priorities.
All right. So look for the 3 Deep. That'll be out
in
April. Phil's playing it right now, and awesome stuff, Randy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to be here.
Okay.
Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, guys.